everybody for sticking and staying through all of the tech and all of the fun and the shuffling. For those that are still out there on Facebook, my one watcher, I appreciate you being there and being a part of our show. So every what is that, second Wednesday of the month, we're gonna bring in my man Tierney Bates. He is the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs in higher education. He also does DEI work, and he can come on and tell us about that award-winning higher education. He is he is a member of the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated IB chapter. I would like to bring in the one, the only, Dr. Tierney Bates. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm going to have to turn you up. Make sure I turn you all
the way.
Turn
me up in my mic, as you said. Turn me up in my mic.
Right? I got you, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's February 12th. It's a Wednesday. It's a little rainy where I'm at overall, but I'm doing great.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on. And little known Black history fact, back at University of Akron, Tierney was on the radio, and he was the first in our crew to actually be on the radio. What was it? WZIP?
WZIP, a.k.a. T-Love.
T-Love, right. T-Love in the house. All right, man. So what I want you to do is during this time, we want to speak directly to our community, and we want to provide them with information and items that they can use in order to strengthen themselves. So what I want you to do is provide us with 3 items or 3 things that the community must know. Go for it.
Sure, Eric. Again, pleasure to be with you guys today. Hopefully everyone's doing well. 3 things that we need to think about right now in our community. I'll start with number 1. With the neo-Nazism, the current Jim Cronism, and the dismantling of DEI across America, now is the time where we as a community need activism more than ever. And I'm not talking about the activism of just marching. I'm not talking about the activism of just being engaged in what we're doing, but we need to be involved in everything from economic development activism all the way to political development overall, to make sure that our voices, particularly for Black folks in the U.S. of A., are being heard, and that we start taking care of our own communities, because no one's coming to save us. Especially when we're seeing the dismantling of DEI, when we know this country is founded off of DEI and in the DNA of this country overall. So you can't tell me that you want to talk about merit when half the folks who are talking about merit are mediocre themselves. But let's not go there, Eric. Let's not go there. Number two, education has to be a quality of life for us as people of color, particularly Black folks. Why? We went from a 5% literacy rate after the Civil War to a 65% literacy rate in less than 50 years. That's why you have what we call historically Black colleges and universities.
Amen.
They were all founded in that period because education was denied. Yet here we are sitting in 2025, and we need to pour more time, talent, and treasure not only into education for our K through 12, but also our higher education institutions, particularly our historically Black colleges and universities.
Yes.
Why? They said, if you want to hide something from a person of color, put it in a book. And our scholars are doing so many great things to talk about our communities, and we're not going to waste any more brain trust of trying to deny what we already know, historical facts. We were already here in this country before we came on 1619.
Amen.
And that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yourself. Whole nother thing you need to study, brother. And let's talk about it.
Okay.
We're in Black History Month.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes.
And if there's one thing that I know of, being Black is not just 28 days.
Right.
It is 365 days, 24/7. So as we think about what Black history is to us, we need to think about what it means to be Black in this country.
Amen.
And how we need to step up.
Amen.
Because Black is an adjective, color, adverb, and a noun. That's
Amen.
My sister, the poet, said that. I'll say that again. Adjective, color, adverb, and a noun, as the poet Songbird talked about. Black is brilliance. Black is beautiful. Black is grace. Black is music. Black is love. Black is art. Black is education.
Amen.
Black is sisterhood. Black is brotherhood. Black is the food we even eat down to our soul. Black is the communities that we live in. Black is more than just 365, 24/7. It is the whole spectrum of being Black in this country that we need to talk about, because it's our faith, it's our intelligence, and it's our perseverance. And as my man James Brown said it best, I'm Black and I'm proud.
Yeah, I'm proud.
So Black also is standing on business. So if anything we need to know right now, we need to stand on business and focus on activism, education, and being our authentic selves and coming together as a community to address our needs.
I'm gonna get. Hold on, wait. I got to find eventually some claps and whatnot. But let me go back over it. The first one was what again? Say the first one. Activism.
We need activism. We need people activating. And don't think that you got to be at the front line like a Martin Luther King or you know what I'm saying, John Lewis. You got to think about your community, where you are. It starts at your home. It starts with your own kids. Your kids are growing up in an educational system. That's why I talked about number 2 is education. They don't even learn about themselves.
Right. Number 2?
So that educational system, number 2 is education. That's why it's so important. If you're not putting in W. Du Bois, James Baldwin, Zora Neale Hurston books in your child's hand to learn about themselves, you're doing a disservice to our community.
Okay.
And number 3, it is Black history. So I need to put that at the forefront of your mindset that we're celebrating. And I know we're going to go out and do all this other great stuff during this month, but it's more than this month. It's 365, 24/7. And for the next 4 years, we are in hell.
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me do this. There you go. Get a little bit of clap there. All right, Dr. Brother Tierney Bates. He is a Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs. He also is a DEI advocate. He's an award-winning higher education, and he's a keynote speaker as well as a career designer. So he will be joining us every second Wednesday of the month. So what I want to know is, for all the listeners, where can they connect with you?
Sure, Eric. You can connect me on LinkedIn, Tierney Bates. That's Tierney Bates is Bates. That's Tierney Bates. You can follow me on Instagram at tbates1914 as well.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you once again. Let's give another round of applause. There you go. My brother, I appreciate you, man, and don't ever change, man. I love you.
Love you too, brother. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. I'll catch you in about a month.
Catch you in a couple weeks.
Peace. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. And thanks, Tierney, on that note. Because when we are working through this idea and this concept of community activism, every second Wednesday of the month, we're gonna connect to the community and we're gonna talk to the community. And although today did not go as smoothly as I would have liked it, it is still, the information that we receive is still pertinent. We as a community need to understand how to, more than anything else, take care of ourselves and figure out how we as individuals are going to move forward, not just simply in the next 4 years, given that President Donald Trump has decided to take away a lot of items that were previous there before us. We're not just talking about the next 4 years. We're talking about for the rest of our lives. Us as Black folks need to understand is that, like Brother Bates said, 28 days is not enough. And we need to be 365-day Black, 100% Black, all the time Black. So I would challenge you, for all those who are not participating in Black History Month, I say get out into your community and do something. Write a poem, visit a school, challenge the status quo. And so next week we have Brother to Brother. We will have our resident Ivor in the studio in the studio, and we're going to bring the barbershop into the studio spot. So right now we're going to turn it over to our Calm Day Chill Mix, and we're going to bring DJ Furious Styles on, and he's just going to take us out. I'll see you next week. Love you. Peace.